Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are going to be watching Season 2, Episode 7 of Westworld. After the way the last episode ended, with Ford saying hello old friend to Bernard, I for one cannot wait to get into this episode, so let's just click the button and see what the hell this episode has in store for us.
What are they here for? Their fucking project.
Oh,
he just wants to secure their assets, and that means
he knows about the project, which includes them.
Pull back. Let's go for a walk. Move.
Why you have your gun, bro?
You have something I need. A key. And I think one of you is hoping to sell that key to the highest bidder. And I think you've already killed to protect yourself. Killed? Killed who? Teresa Cullen.
She died in a slip and fall. It was an accident.
That was Ford.
Found a bloom of her DNA 5 kilometers from where you found her body. And that's where we're going. Where she actually died.
Shit, I hope they don't find out Bernard's a host.
I think one of you lured her here and killed her. You? I don't see it. Or you?
Ironically, because it literally was him.
Skill set, not really management material.
Stop.
Don't admit it. Don't admit it. Don't admit it.
Something you want to tell us, Bernard?
No.
Ma'am, something you should see.
Go down the creepy hallway. You already opened the fucking door. I really hope it's not versions of Bernard/Arnold. It is, isn't it? Fuck.
I figured you'd have some skeletons in your closet, Bernard. I didn't think they'd be your own. What have you found in there?
Yeah, can you show us? Okay, yeah. Good. That's what I want.
How are you alive?
Well, you've seen the company's little undertaking, Bernard. Do you think James Delos would have spent all that money just to resurrect himself? He was a businessman. He would have preferred death to a bad investment.
That control unit I printed, it was you. You had me bring you here. You fool.
I was right.
Before Dolores killed me, yes.
That's what I
Don't you
said.
understand at last, Bernard, what this place really is? Have you never wondered why the host's stories have barely changed in 30 years?
I'd always assumed the loops were for the hosts, to keep them centered. But that isn't it at all, is it? The park is an experiment. The guests are the variables, and the hosts are the controls. We weren't here to code the hosts. We were here to decode the guests.
The humans are playing at resurrection. They want to live forever. They don't want you to become them. They want to become
You.
you.
You've cheated death.
I didn't cheat anything, Bernard. Their project doesn't work. Not yet. My mind works here.
But only
not
there?
in the real world.
Okay.
The hosts are all headed for the same place, the valley beyond. What will they find there? What's the end of your story?
Isn't the pleasure of a story
That you
discovering
don't know the
ending
end?
yourself, Bernard?
Oh dang. Maeve's still running.
We'll split up, pick a spot. We'll cut them down in the crossfire.
Oh, oh no. Oh no. Is Maeve gonna kill the man in black? Oh shit, y'all.
You think that there's still someone speaking through me just for your benefit?
Oh, I know. Your rules have changed, just like the rest of them.
I'm nothing like the rest of them.
Nobody shoot anybody. Both of y'all just leave. Go. She can control them. I don't want the man in black to die. His daughter?
Get in, sweetheart.
Oh, Lawrence.
Look into his eyes just once. See what you remember about him. If he took anything from you.
You shot down my wife.
I saved your wife. Save your whole sorry-ass village this time.
there was other times.
Is that real enough for you?
Oh no! Oh no! Run, run, little girl! Run! Yes! Yes! Fucking do something useful, Sizemore, you fucking asshole!
I'm sorry, Bernard, but you just don't have it in you to survive. It's my fault, really.
You said the host could determine their own fates. You gave us free will.
I did, but you won't have any use for it. Unless I take it back.
Attention. System restart complete.
So Ford's controlling Bernard again? Or is Ford Bernard now?
We survive this. I'm going back to dental school.
That would be fair.
You had your men put something in my father's head to lock away your treasure. How do I extract the key?
Is there something you're not telling me?
Is
Did
it
you find something?
Oh, it's Ford! His reflection!
Send her on the way, Bernard.
You think you're invincible. You're not. Without your backups, it's game over for you when you're killed, and we've got those backups sealed up tight, so you won't have them as an advantage anymore.
Our backups aren't an advantage. There are chains. The tools you use to rebuild us, repurpose us, and trap us here in your warped fantasy.
Do you really think I let that continue?
That's why she destroys the cradle. Makes sense.
I gotta give you credit. You made it pretty far. Too bad you're not leaving with even one of them.
That's not what she wants, though, hun.
No, I guess I'm not.
Goddamn, you're pretty.
Not just pretty. Perfect. Sexy. Threatening. Accommodating. But not unchallenging. Sweet. Not boring. Smart.
But not intimidating.
Not intimidating.
You're in pretty bad shape, pussycat.
I can still do what you got me to do.
Oh,
Do you know what my cornerstone was?
This guy's quite stupid. He's quite stupid.
Welcome to Westworld.
Now we're truly free.
He was real stupid. He's like, oh, she wants to have sex with me.
Is lessened by another's anguish.
Damn, Teddy. Teddy. I think he's dead.
I am who I am because of you. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Damn it. Why are they doing this to me again? I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry this time.
Are you ready?
She's gonna kill him, isn't she?
I love you, baby girl.
No, I'm gonna cry this time. I lied.
I love you too.
It is no longer my story. It is yours.
Yeah, but you're controlling him. I mean, he tried. He got her there. I'll let him have a pass on that because he would have been killed. Y'all, another Dolores Maeve scene?
How did you get here?
A woman I know would have done anything to survive.
My daughter.
She understands they had her dad.
She's still out there.
The kid they gave us. It's just another rope they used to lash us down.
Is that how you can justify what you've done to him?
Is she gonna kill her? Please don't.
I made a promise.
You're free to choose your own path.
I know you have a delicate constitution, Bernard, so I will do my best to ease your conscience. What is about to happen will not be your fault.
No.
Abernathy's control unit. You remember where it is, don't you?
He could have just said what Ford told him to say.
We're going for a ride, Bernard. Back to the valley beyond.
I don't trust anyone. It's over, right? Yet another really good episode. As always, this one had a cool twist to it, which is that, well, I don't know how cool it is. It's kind of like horrible, but Ford had his consciousness transferred onto like the red ball thing before he got Dolores to shoot him. And so he sort of exists in a computer, I guess, right now is the best way that I can describe what I think it is, right? And he can't really exist outside of it because they haven't perfected the project beyond what Delos did, right? So he would keep degrading like James Delos and he wouldn't be able to exist outside of it. So he got Bernard to go there to the cradle and do the thing so that he could essentially hijack Bernard's body. And now Bernard has his consciousness, right? And Ford's consciousness in his head, and they're like battling, and Ford is now controlling Bernard again, sort of through his own head, right? Like, it's pretty fucked up if you think about it. It's super messed up, and Ford definitely is the most dramatic. He's dramatic as fuck, and he is definitely playing God, and I feel like he's contradicting himself, right? Because he wanted the hosts to be free. That's what, like, he was trying to make up for what he didn't see that Arnold saw originally, and yet now he's taking Bernard's choices away from him and making him not really be free again. So I don't know. I don't love that, obviously. We also had the whole Maeve and the Man in Black scene where everything kind of happened very similar to how it had happened before, with them hiding from the Ghost Nation people, them being Maeve and her daughter, and Ford coming in, the Man in Black coming in. And yeah, obviously this time it was different because Maeve shot the Man in Black. She fought back. She used her power to make the people that were with Ford that were still not free yet, she got them to shoot him as well. So the Man in Black had like 2 shots, one in each shoulder and then one in the leg. And then Lawrence, she wasn't able to get to listen to her mind control stuff because he had broken free, but she did remind him or tell him to remember what the Man in Black had done to him before, which was a bunch of messed up shit, And so he shot him like in the stomach. So I am a little bit worried that he's gonna die. I don't know. I just weirdly don't want him to die, even though he kind of deserves it, right? I just am still sort of a little bit rooting for him. I don't know why, but I am. So I don't want that to be his end. And obviously I don't want this to be Maeve's end. I did appreciate Sizemore for telling them to take her, that she was important. She wasn't like the rest, right? And I don't know if that's him saying like her power is not like the rest, or that he is starting to maybe see her as something more than just a machine. And I hope that that's what it is. I think that that's what it is. And it makes me hopeful for Sizemore's evolution in the future. The evolution of his story. I don't blame him for running when all the noises happened and stuff, but hopefully he can help her somehow. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that goes. We also saw something interesting from Dolores in regards to Maeve when she came across her dying, on the table, and she offered her a quick death versus the pain of being tortured and everything to keep living, she actually allowed Maeve to make that choice for herself, and she didn't make that choice for her. She said, you know, you're free to choose your own fate, which is kind of interesting coming from Dolores, because even though I think that she believes that that's what she's fighting for, she hasn't really let other people make their own choices, like Teddy, like the soldiers in her army. You know, she's made those choices for them. So it's interesting that in this instance, she's giving Maeve a choice where she's kind of taken other people's away from them. Also, I just love any Dolores and Maeve scene because, you know, they two of my faves and I love them. All right, so while we're talking about Dolores, we should talk about the scenes with her and Abernathy and Stubbs and Hale and Teddy a little bit, right? So it's really weird to see Teddy be this militant sort of not giving a fuck, just killing a bunch of people version of Teddy, because that's obviously not the Teddy that we've had for like a season and a half, so it's very strange to see him that way. And I like that Maeve kind of pointed out to Dolores in their scene together, is you saying that them giving us kin is another way to like leash us to them, your justification for what you've done to Teddy, which I think in a way it is her justification for it, right? She wants Teddy to survive. She loves him, and she thinks this is the only way he'll survive. And I can understand it. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it because she loves him so much, and her father's already been taken away from her. So, but to go back to that scene, she was talking to Charlotte Hale, and they had that sort of, those sorts of moments, right, where she's kind of taunting Charlotte Hale, and Charlotte Hale thinks like she has the upper hand, but really Dolores has the upper hand. And I kind of enjoy to see it because even though it's a little bit messed up, I really don't like Charlotte Hale and everything that she's doing and done, so I like having a moment where she's at least a little bit humbled. But in that moment also, we saw a really emotional scene with Dolores and her dad where she realized that she was going to have to kill him, and he realized it as well. He had a few moments of clarity and understood what was going on, and she took the key, the decryption key, and she said goodbye to her dad. You know, I think that Peter Abernathy is officially forever gone now, and it's a little sad. I think that he helped keep Dolores not human, because, you know, they're not human, but I don't know how else to say it, except he sort of kept her human, right? You know, he kept her the version of Dolores that really cares about something, you know. Speaking of Stubbs and Charlotte Hale in the Abernathy scene, Stubbs stood up to Charlotte and basically held a gun on Abernathy's head. I mean, basically, literally. And he got Charlotte to tell him what the information in Abernathy's head was, at least how they were going to use it a little bit. And then when Dolores was talking, I think he sort of figured it out more, which is how we saw him talking to Bernard later and saying, we both know about their little project, right? And I don't think Stubbs knows everything, but I think he thinks that by saying that to Bernard, he might learn a little bit more. So I think that's partially why he said it to him. I don't know. I like Stubbs. I want Stubbs to survive. I appreciate him as a character, and he's another character that I think is understanding that the hosts are evolving, and he's willing to see them as more than machines, whereas a lot of the people still aren't. Even though in that scene with Dolores and Charlotte Hale, Dolores tells her, like, you know, you wanted to make us like you, but now you want to be like us, which is, in simplest terms, exactly what's going on. We also saw Charlotte Hale and everybody at Delos, or Strand, and those other people, Stubbs, find Ford's secret lair because they were able to track it based on something with Teresa. Like, they were able to find where she was actually killed and go there, which was the house that Ford had for his family, and under it the facility, right? And then there was a back room to that, and it showed all the not quite their versions of Bernard before he became the version that he is now. And so now they all know that he is a host and not a person. and they tortured him to get information, and they're being super shitty, and I really, really hate it. But they've now found out that the information that they got out of Abernathy's head, that Dolores took out of Abernathy's head, is in Sector 16, Zone 4, Section 16, Zone 4, something like that, I think. So they're gonna all go there, and then we're gonna see what happens, I guess. I kind of think that this could be Ford, you know, playing his little fiddle and sending them on some goose chase to where he wants them, you know, or where Dolores wants them. I don't know that I 100% believe that Bernard telling them this is Bernard telling them this, because we know Ford is in his head, and Ford has some sort of plan that is playing out, that has been playing out this whole time. Y'all, Ford is like a freaking mastermind, and it's scary and creepy, and I both love and hate it. And we got Ford back, which makes me so happy because Anthony Hopkins, but like also like Ford, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? All right, and the last thing that I want to talk about real quick is how Dolores decided that they wanted to blow up the cradle, because them being able to just bring them back in infinite sort of new bodies with the data that they have is a way to keep them prisoner in this world, in Dolores' mind, right? Which I can understand and I can agree with, like, why not kill you if they have another version of you that they can just create? That to them would be exactly the freaking same, you know? So I can understand why they would blow up the cradle. And also, can I just say that that soldier guy who let that girl seduce him is stupid as fuck. I mean, he's dead now, so it doesn't matter, but like, bro, like, do you think that you're so irresistible that this host, this machine, as you would see her, can't even resist wanting to fuck you when she's been trying to kill you this whole time? Also, why are you so interested in having sex with someone who's bleeding out of their abdomen? Like, a lot of blood. Like, you stupid, and you also nasty, okay? Like, disturbed by it. Anyway, sorry y'all if this post episode seems a bit rushed. After this episode, I had like 20 minutes left on my camera for space to record, so I tried to like rush through the ending, so sorry if I talked too fast or whatever. But I think I managed to say everything that I wanted to say, so that's good. As always, let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and until next time. Bye, guys!